And good morning. It is Wednesday, April 17th. Did get off work early today. When I was getting up this morning, I started laying footage down in the timeline. Because I recorded in 3 sections, so I have 3 of the webcam, which is also the audio. The third of them, which fortunately the first one's like a half hour, the second one is 40 minutes, the third one is only 15. The third of them has the issue where, as it goes along, the audio and the video go out of sync. Ooh, that's not good. Now, fortunately, it's just, it's the short one. So, ultimately what it comes down to is cutting bits to fix it. So I'll do that. It's still obnoxious. I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to just start editing. I'm going to lay down the actual unboxing footage and start cutting all that until I get the first hour and 10 minutes cut down to whatever it'll go, and then I'll go into that and I'll worry about it later. But basically, yeah, time to just start getting things edited. Oh, trying to turn my chair around here, and it's a very cramped space. But I got 2 more unboxings to film, and that'll probably be like tomorrow or something that I start that, so I don't want to move everything. Oh well. And it's like an hour and 45 minutes later, I have sat here and I have edited. That's a lot of cuts. That is a cut between each and every miniature I show, usually cutting out on average like 5 seconds, usually, between some of them a second, some of them like 9 or 10. And then of course a few times when I, had to open up more bags and I have to cut up big chunks. But regardless, I cut it from what was, for the first 2 parts of it, totaled like an hour and 10 minutes. I'm now down to 41 minutes. So I cut out like a half hour. Now, again, like I said, I still have another 15-minute chunk to put in there. It's just the difficult bit. So I've been sitting here for an hour and 45 minutes. Literally, I locked myself in. I'm gonna crawl out and, I don't know, take an ibuprofen. It's definitely getting to my head. But here, not too long, I'll be sitting back down, gonna try and keep working on it. But basically the idea being I need to get this done, get this exported soon. I'd like to go to the Bible study tonight. I need to have this uploaded before I leave for work tomorrow. And I wasn't sure if I can do it, but the fact that I am this far at this point is giving me a little bit of hope. And to demonstrate the issue I'm fixing, here's how off-sync it is by the end.
Helps. It really does. Thank you for watching anyways, though. Thank you. Bye.
You can really see where I say bye and then where I actually say it and wave. It's about a second and a half. Which feels like, oh, that's just a small amount. But it's a small amount that makes a difference. Hopefully it's only 1 or 2 little spots that have to be tightened up and it goes back on track. Because basically I start from the beginning and I start making corrections, and hopefully it adjusts itself by the end. But because the beginning of it is in sync. It's not like the entire thing is just off and I could just move it over. It's drifting out of sync. But I figure what I'll do is I will add the footage over top of it. And I will see how off it is for those, because that gives me at least an audio track to compare it to. And wonderful. I got it. Total video, let's see what it ended up being. 52 minutes long. Okay. Which perhaps now you see why I split them. And at most, during that last one, 22 frames was the most that it got out of sync. So there's 30 frames per second. less than a second out of sync, but it's enough that it can make it look bad. And it's the kind of thing, like, I had to cut it a few different points in a few different stages. But I was able to make it mostly line up enough that it looks fine. But yeah, no, it's like, you gotta get that. You gotta get it in sync. Alright, so it's 2. Let's get this thing exporting. So I've let it go about a half hour, and as of this point, it's estimating that the total time, so starting at 2, will be about 9 hours. Should put it after my bedtime. Now, typically, it actually exports quicker than it thinks, so it'll hopefully be done by the time I get home from prayer group, but it's going to put me getting home, or Bible study rather, getting home and then trying to get it online right away. I've actually missed, I have one vlog I managed to edit, but I didn't get it uploaded that day, yesterday. We'll see if I get it up today. I don't know, because it's like, I don't know, I'm prioritizing this, because like I said, I have to have this online before I go into work tomorrow in order to get it up for tomorrow's video, because my scheduled time off of work is 3:45. I release the videos at 3. Alright, so it's about 4, so it's been about 2 hours of exporting, and now instead of saying 9 hours total, putting it at 11, it's saying a little less than 7 hours total, so putting it more like 9, which is early enough that I can get it uploaded, and it will probably be sooner. Slating probably not going to be before I go to the Bible study. However, that being the case, I'm looking at everything, and I've actually probably slowed it down because I've been using the computer. I got a vlog uploaded, so I don't have to worry about that. I also just typed up all the information that I need, like all the metadata, in a notepad document. I made the cover image, and I've rescheduled the other videos, which was the big scary one. I now have, right at this moment, I have no video scheduled to come out tomorrow. That's scary for me. It's been a couple years, probably, since I have just at any point had no video scheduled to come out the day before that it's supposed to come out. I mean, I have videos up, and let's say the building explodes. Computer's gone, I can't do it. I could use my phone, I could reschedule the videos. I mean, that's really not the... I mean, that'd be terrible. It'd be absolutely terrible. For one, we'd be losing a lot of D&D sessions because those are all on that computer. But, you know, this is, you know, worst case. I could at least have a video for tomorrow and then worry about how to address it moving forward. But for right now, there is no video scheduled for tomorrow because I am waiting to be able to upload it when I get home tonight. So far, looking like I will be successful. So far, looking like I will get that out tomorrow. And yesterday, when that didn't arrive until 4, I had doubts. I was not confident that I was going to get it out in a timely manner. But right now, looking a lot better. Anyways, got most of that done. Why don't we just, I guess, chillin', relaxing a bit until time to go to prayer or Bible study. So not used to that. But again, that's the reason I go. You know, prayer, I get into that. I'm good with that. Worship, I love worship. But actually settling down and actually studying the Bible, well, when they invited me, I said yes because I have a hard time doing that on my own. I was like, oh, someone to hold me accountable to actually be doing this. Yes, I will go. And actually read everything, you know, read through and etc. all I needed to yesterday while waiting for the the bones to arrive. So I've already done all of that. But yeah, just got a couple hours. I'll be there for that. An hour and a half, hour 45, and I gotta leave. But I don't know. Gotta relax a little bit. Last couple days have been stressful, and I'll get this put up, and it'll be all ready to go, and then I can relax. I mean, sort of. I mean, the goal will be to like film more tomorrow and edit and etc. But anything else isn't like a tight schedule. It'll have to be done a certain day, whatever thing. So there's that. So I'm on the way to the Bible study, and it's at a new place. So I'm not incredibly familiar. And
turn right onto Birdie Hills Road.
Yeah, I don't think so, but given the conversation at hand, sure, if you say so.
Continue on Birdie Hills Road for 1.5 miles.
Sure. My Google basically told me, hey, take this turn, and I'm like, that is not the best way to get there. You're clearly wrong, Google. And I went my own way, because I'm kind of familiar with the general area now, and I just only turned on the GPS so that it would be there, like, to find, like, once I'm, like, in the neighborhood that I'm going to. Now, I did my own thing, and went go a little ways, and I'm like, oh no. I forgot, they're doing construction on this road. The traffic is terrible. That's why Google was taking me way out of the way, because it would be quicker. So I kind of had to like double back and go around because I'd forgotten about traffic, or construction traffic. Now I'm gonna be like a couple minutes late, but most of the people have already said that they're gonna be late anyways, so, you know, it's whatever. It's, you know, rush hour traffic as well, but just like, should have listened to Google. Now it just told me to go another way. I'm like, I don't think so. But this time I'm trusting it, because it would have been better if I'd have listened to it before. So always listen to Google.
What other?
I got nothing else in the Beatitudes. If no one else does, I can move on to salt.
To what? Salty? To salt?
To salt, the next section after the Beatitudes in the chapter.
Don't to salt. Anybody? Well, let's go on into that then.
Because we're getting here with the, you are the salt of the earth. But if the salt loses its flavor, how shall it be seasoned? It is then good for nothing but to be thrown out and trampled underfoot by men. What does salt do? What did they use salt for?
Preservation of meat.
Yep.
Flavor.
Right. And flavor.
Salt, for one thing it does is it makes you thirsty. Living water. So there's the concept with that. So
That's interesting. The dichotomy there. Yeah.
another thing is, while salt may sting a wound, it will prevent infection. The idea with salt in the wound, it is actually, putting salt in a wound is, the reason that's a phrase is that it's something people would actually do.
Yeah.
It would hurt. It is not a fun way, but it would prevent something from totally being destroyed.
The lesser of two evils.
And what was the first thing you said was profound?
It makes people thirsty. So for living water. I mean, our job is to, I mean, that is probably the biggest way. It is to make people thirst after Christ.
And then, so that's what we're supposed
Yeah.
to do.
Yeah, we are to be that which preserves, is a preservative in this world when there is an injury. The wound that the world has from the devil, we are basically preventing that infection from festering. And then, yes, also to preserve it. And that is actually, let's see, we preserve the good in this world. When the salt takes on the flavor of what it is preserving, that is the point at which it is no longer preserving it. Once the salt on a meat starts tasting like the meat, it has lost its saltiness. It is now good for nothing, and that would be when it would just be thrown out and trampled underfoot.
All right, so what's the provocation?
Just in that is what we are told to be as the salt of the earth, and that is a very quick phrase that I've had broken down for me, and that I took notes on there's a lot to unpack from that.
Yeah, there is. That's good.
Just now heading out. It's like 8:40, so I got an hour before I gotta be in bed. It's about a half-hour drive home. At this point, based on how well the edit was doing, I have no doubt that, the export will be done by the time I get home. I have everything typed up. It should go smoothly. I should just be able to set it to upload, copy and paste a few lines that I have, you know, of text that I've already typed, and just set things to go. I'm thinking it'll be simple. I'm thinking everything will get uploaded. And alright, it's done. It's uploading. All the metadata is in. It's scheduled for tomorrow. It's uploading now. It'll upload. It'll process. I'm good. I did it. Praise Jesus. I did it. It's a lot of work, a lot of prayer. A lot of things just happening to fall into place at just the right time. It's not easy, but I was able to get the video up. It will go up at the first available point. Wonderful. Otherwise, I also pulled out the 3 expansions that I got to unbox. Those will probably be tomorrow, I guess. I don't know. So the actual box, the shipping box, still has all just the add-ons that I got, and that'll probably be a 3rd video. The goal will probably be to get both of those videos up maybe like Saturday, Sunday, or twice on Saturday. I don't know, but so I'm still going to want to try and rush through those as well. But having this one up is the first start. Basically, I had to get this one up and ready for tomorrow, and then I'll worry about these basically when I get off work tomorrow. Praise God. So glad that I got that accomplished. That was been a stressful couple of days. It was important to me. Now, what's going to come from it, I don't know. But it was important to me. It was a goal, a challenging goal. I just caught onto the deadline. I'm glad for that. But it's late. I'm just gonna get to bed. Thank you for joining me. Joining me as my journey continues. Bye.